STA is a shuttle training aircraft. It's a modified Grumman Gulfstream II. It was used to train the pilots and commanders of those missions on the approach and landing segment for the space shuttle. As you know, it only had one chance on its return to make a landing, so they would make over 1,000 approaches in a training for a mission. Really, you can think of it as one of the highest fidelity simulators you could have.
One half of the aircraft inside the cockpit is actually just a normal Gulfstream that the instructor would sit in. The other half of the aircraft is set up just like the shuttle would be, with the stick, the same displays, the same controls, everything. One of the unique things about the aircraft is they can actually deploy the thrust reversers and put out all the drag items that are on the aircraft, and they can actually simulate the extreme descent that the space shuttle actually does, just like they're landing the space shuttles.
I think about when I attended space camp during the 80s. We thought of the Apollo program, Saturn V, and those artifacts really in the same way I think children will think about shuttle today. We're moving into the next set of exploration vehicles and programs, and this is really an important part of a linkage of that entire history of what's led us to this point. It's also a great intersection of aviation and spaceflight, right? It's one artifact where both of those things converge, and at the Space and Rocket Center we have both programs, Space Camp and Aviation Challenge, and this is a great way to bring both of those together in one piece and one exhibit. It's really great that one could come home to rest here in Alabama, where we've played such a huge role with Marshall Space Flight Center in the shuttle program. I think it's great that we've got this in our state and at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center.